Nick is from Pittsburgh. Hold on. Strike one.
Becca and I met sophomore year at St. Francis. We were at a party at the Teak House, and we had an ugly Christmas party.
But I saw Nick across the room. I honestly sought him out because I was like, oh, dang. But in my mind, he had done a couple of things around St. Francis. I like kind of randomly saw him a couple times before this, and then he was like in front of me, and he was over there with a backpack on and his Atlanta hat on. And I walk over to him, and I was like, hey, can I have a beer? And he was like, what's wrong with the one that's in your hand? And I was like,
that's very
and I like put it behind my back, and I was like, it's warm, very warm, very warm. And he was like, all right, follow me.
So I took her into this creepy basement, and literally that was where I was hiding my beer, and it could have ended there, but we literally sat down there for like 2 hours in the cold, just talking about nonsense.
Took my 2XL reindeer sweater, put it directly over my knees, and sat there like a potato, talking to this man with a Santa hat on. And I was like, so what's your name? Blah, blah, blah.
I remember Nick calling me and telling me that he met a girl, Division I athlete. I was fortunate enough to get up to St. Francis on a few weekends from time to time. I got to know Becca while we partied at Spanky's, LPG, and of course the Penn Ave, and realized exactly why my brother fell in love with her. I knew things were even more serious when Nick told me he was moving to Cincinnati to be with Becca. I mean, this kid's Yinzer to the core. And he's telling me he's not only moving to another city, but the city of an AFC North Division rival. I knew at this point that it was real. Becca is kind, funny, compassionate, supportive, devout Cincinnati sports fan. She's passionate about her career, and she's always willing to help others. She's a perfect complement to my brother.
And she stole my beer and my glasses, and I was walking around the house like I couldn't see shit.
I stole them from him. I was like, hey, and I took his glasses off his face and ran around like a toddler. And then he went to the Steelers game the next day, and then I was waiting patiently for it, because I didn't have his number. He had mine or something, so I was just like waiting patiently for a text. And then he told me later that like, they were like, where did you go last night? And they all called me Cincinnati. I didn't have a name. You know, I deserve one. And so they called me Cincinnati. He's like, you'll never believe it. I was hanging out with Cincinnati all night.
It's like a stripper. It's like a stripper name.
I didn't have a name. I had an aura, and it was Cincinnati.
And Nick is a Pittsburgh Pirate fan. Yeah! Hold on. Strike two. He left. He went to the bar.
I'm sorry. Land shark.
Nobody home by that name.
Come on.
Coffee's ready.
Oh, coffee's ready.
That's it. Okay, let's go.
Is it in back? How's it feel?
Oh, it's in, sister.
When I figured out she was the one was probably when it wasn't like a one moment, it was just like, we just got along so well. I feel like everybody else here realized that she's just my best friend. We get along very well.
Very sweet.
You're not my best friend. So I moved to Cincinnati 2 years ago for her, and bought this beautiful house, and she's been helping me redecorate and refinish everything. I hear you. You look amazing.
So do you. Let's get married. These things are heavy. You guys all look great.
I also want to say thank you to you all. It's rare that you can get people from Pittsburgh and Cincinnati under the same roof, and they're not throwing things at each other and calling one another names. You two accomplished something nobody else could do, the Lord.
bought a ring finally, and as soon as they called me and said the ring's ready, I decided to propose to her that afternoon because I couldn't hold on to it.
I was like, it's not gonna happen today.
You're so angry.
It was not gonna happen today.
It really was.
I came home, put on a pair of leggings, a t-shirt, and a hat. And she was like, oh, I thought you were gonna wear, you're gonna wear
I'm trying
that?
my best to like make her be cute,
like-
but I'm like, if I try too hard, then
Yeah.
like she's gonna know. So I'm like, you
Yeah.
look, okay, bye, have fun, Nick. I knew early on that Nick was the person for Becca. However, I wasn't too sure how Nick felt about me. Because let's be serious, with Becca comes Rachel. We're a package deal. And Nick, as you all know, likes to give people a hard time. And my sensitive self didn't always know how to take his jokes or the way he always poked fun at me. Becca always reassured me that it meant that he liked me, and if I saw that how he was with his sisters and his family, that I would understand. Well, Nick, here we are 8 years later, and I fully understand. You have always felt like a part of my family, and today I'm so happy to officially call you my brother-in-law.
Even when I'm on your nerves, you love me more than I deserve. My angel, I'm a ghost.
You know, there's that little bit of you that's still like, oh, maybe we're getting engaged today. I walk in, homeboy has on a shirt with holes in it.
So I bought pizza. It was the first pizza that we had at the new house. We sat out on the front porch. I brought flowers out, and she's like, why are you acting so weird?
And I'm sitting there, chowing down. I'm like dipping it in the ranch, like. Nick comes out, and he's like being weird. He's like looking at me, and he's like, he has his hand right here. And he's like, oh, you put pizza on a plate for me? I'm like, yeah, eat your pizza.
And I couldn't even eat pizza. I was just like, Beck, will you marry me?
It was very sweet because he had the flowers and he was playing our favorite band. I don't know what he said.
You blacked out.
Something along the lines of like, you're my best friend. And then I just like, I don't know when the ring went on. I don't know what happened. I called Rachel. And I was like,
playing dumb.
I just got engaged. And you're like, I know, I'm on my way over right now.
Anywhere you go, no matter what you do, you're always my forever.
Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas Riddle.
So yeah, front porch. That's where we first had dinner. That's where we got proposed. That's a favorite feature of the house.
But over the years, Nick definitely grew on us. From graduating from PA school, moving to Cincinnati and buying his first home, we could see from the beginning, Becca and Nick meant for each other. Here we are 8 years later, celebrating their wedding. Nick, you haven't gotten strike 3 yet. Keep it that way.
Nick's like, are you gonna say yes? And I was like, oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I took the ring,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take that. Thank you.
Yeah. It's a pretty good egg.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.